Hey guys, Tanatan here with a new episode of Planet Coaster. So we're back after a while. um, yeah, sorry about that. I did do quite a lot of work on this park in the spooky area, as I mentioned earlier. And unfortunately, the recording, I don't know what happened. It just didn't work. Um, so yeah, I kind of got a little bit disheartened, I have to be honest, and gave up. And then the DLC came out, and I thought, right, I'm gonna try again. And one of the features of the DLC was what was it? It was the studio pack, but it was glass and hotels. That was it. The glass was nice, but the bit I really cottoned onto was we can build our own hotels within the park, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's what we're doing here now. Is we're going to build a hotel, and then we'll have a look at what I did last time round, or I say last time round, in that recording that failed. Now, one of the things that we did get with the spooky DLC update was sort of sort of billboard type things in the windows. So I thought we'll try some of them, see how it works out, and then just go from there. Yeah, I could not work out how I want this hotel to look, and even by the end of this, I'm still not 100% happy with it. I think I've got a few ideas of what I want to do with it, but we'll see. I think is the key here. So I try this, get the basic shape of the hotel working, and then it's like, right, now we've got to work out the roof. Yeah. I could not work out how to do the roof for a while, and yeah, I took a little bit of inspiration from the log flume, but yeah, it didn't really nothing seemed to sort of gel. So in the end, I thought, right, just throw a roof on, and we'll see what happens. And then I came up with this idea that we're seeing now, where I just put one big slope on, and then it just kind of drops across. I think that works alright. I still think it's too big for the area. And actually, I think the actual size of the building is too high. So I might actually change that at some point and just see what we need to do. Because I don't know. It might just be me. I mean, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you think it looks alright, or does it just look out of place? So just building the roof again. I tried to use the initial build method where we kind of build templates of like individual tiles and then just copy them across, but gave up with that quite quickly. And get this roof structure in, which for some reason, even though it was supposed to be all completely level, didn't end up level. I'm not really sure the spars that you see me putting in now. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway. So, we'll get these in, and the roof goes on shortly. So, here we go. We're getting on? Yeah. So, I'm actually intrigued about this, because I'm actually recording the voice over this bit after the live action bit at the end of the video. Don't ask. And you'll see that I actually deleted one of the rides accidentally, or I mention it in the follow-up a little bit later on. And I'm actually watching this time lapse trying to work out when I did it, if I captured it in the time lapse, that is. Yeah, that was a scary moment then, when I suddenly realised I'd lost a load of work. So we get this roof in. This I think does need a little bit more tweaking, and again, just watching it back now, I've got a rough idea of where I want to go with it, but not 100% sure. So this is something I want to work on a little bit later. Get the windows in and everything, and then get the edging on the building. I didn't want to have it all as roofed, because I thought, you go out and you see all these hotels, and a lot of them are flat roofed. Very rarely do you see them with, a traditional roof. I suppose that's what they are, the pointy style roof. So I thought, just have one bit as a flat roof. We can pretend that's like they extended it on afterwards. Speaking of which, actually, now I'm talking about it, I've got an idea of how to improve it. Maybe we make it into like a T-shaped hotel, and that might work. So anyway, slight slide right there. Yeah, he saw me mess up the roofs there to try a little bit of decoration, but again, I didn't want to make this look rustic like the rest of the buildings that we've got there. Simply because it's not really that type of building. It's supposed to, yeah. Oh, paths. Oh god. Yeah, this was troublesome to get the paths to work the way I wanted them to work. And I compromise is what all I can say with the way they are. I'm not 100% happy, but there's not much I can do about it at this stage. I am thinking that I might actually modify the hotel with a few ideas I've got going through my head now, and we'll just see what happens. But I think that might actually work if we change the hotel. So here we see part of the hotel feature is you build like the reception, which will just look like the TARDIS style toilets and the first aid things, and then you have these little blocks which you then put in, which are the rooms. And I could not work out how to get the rooms to sit up against the wall. And I actually worked it out later on, and it was because I had auto stacking in place, and that was what was throwing it off. In fact, it was trying to stack on top, but it was actually stacking on top of the building rather than in the gap. Anyway, so we do fix that one. I'm playing around with the light there and just sorting out what I want each of the hotels. Now at this point I was thinking we're going to have two hotels. One's going to be a basic one, one's going to be like all singing, all dancing, premium style, and that didn't work. One of the things I did notice now, and he's just seen me do it there, is that the premium hotel was really busy, the other one wasn't, so I had no space, so I just built a stack of rooms and just buried them under the ground, and we do actually get rid of that a little bit later on, and I think I mention it again in the live action bit, where we'll have a look at the whole park and some of the bits I was doing in the what would have been last episode, which didn't work, that I mentioned. So we worked on the spooky area and little bits around the park. So yeah, we worked on that. I'm just doing general maintenance now of the park. Things like making sure the janitors can actually get around and clean things, because I've set them all as work areas, and naturally didn't include the hotel into it, and they weren't cleaning it, so it was a mess. So now on the back part of the hotel, I thought, well, some of the new parts that came with the DLC were, with the studio pack rather, was things like fire escapes, cars, buses, and all sorts. Not using any of them at the moment, but I thought a fire escape, it's a hotel, we're gonna have to throw a fire escape in, so I get that in, and then I spot this fencing that came with the spooky DLC. I thought I'd just tidy up the top half there, and then we just get things like doors and whatnot in to just make it look that little bit better. I still haven't worked out why I put boxes and things up here on the flat roof. No, that shipping container doesn't stay. And we crack on with that for this next bit. And I wanted to use the white door frame of the modern door and then use one of the other doors, but I couldn't find one that works. So I just kind of stuck with that modern sci-fi door in the end. And yeah, just now going through adding lights to some of the rooms, so it looks like some are being lived in, not all of them. And I think that looked alright at this stage, and then instantly decided, you know what, I don't like this and it needs a change. So yeah, we're just tidying up now. Last few little bits going in, things like gates, signs, going through and spotting some signs that I didn't realise I had. I thought it'd be quite nice to have one of those, park signs there, and couldn't find the ones I was looking for, so left it as it was. Wow, that was a very quick jerkiness. Put some toilets in, because at the end of the day I realised we only had one toilet in the whole park. So I thought I'd throw a couple of that one in, and I think I'd throw some else in, but I don't think we recorded that. So yeah, we're coming to the end of the time lapse now, so we'll jump into the live action any moment now, and I shall see you in a second, guys. Alright. Right, so we've finished with the time lapse, and we'll have a quick look at the hotel that we've just put up. So since the last recording, I've altered the way the hotels work. So both hotels are now got the luxury and standard room, rather than this one just having the standard and this one just having the luxury room. So they've got a mix of both now to try and get them using a bit more. And it looks like they are actually using both of those hotels a little bit more, which is nice. Something needs to be done with this one. Whether I take the top layer off and make the hotel a bit smaller, 'cause I don't like the height of it. I don't like these big buildings anyway. But I think this one especially looks a bit off. So I might tweak that at some point. I get an hour or so. Yeah. To just try and make it look a little bit nicer. I do like, however, this bit. I think that worked quite well with the fire exit and everything in the back. And the boxes on the roof, although I'm not sure why you put boxes there, but yeah, something. And so what else have I done? Yeah, just literally 5 minutes before I started recording this, I realised I actually deleted this station accidentally. So I had to go back, find a save where I'd got it, save as a blueprint and pop it back in. That's now there, so that was a lucky save. I added this toilet here. I don't think that was in time lapse. So I realised we've only got one toilet in the whole park. So that one went in. Nothing really got done elsewhere. Around here, did I do anything? Nope. Need to have a look at this, see what we can do with that at some point as well. Nothing here. Nothing got done here. What is this? Oh, it's the path to the... Oh, it's the entrance path, is it? Ah, yes. Entrance path to the log flume. I was thinking, why is there so many people there? But they're all obviously heading this way, because I'm guessing it just opened up after being broken down. This is always busy, this path. We're going to have to do something with that. I'm not sure what, but we will look at that. I added this path here, so hopefully now when they leave the log flume, it'll encourage them a little bit more go towards the pirate area. So hoping, that is. Nothing else I've done around here. Oh, here we go. Log flume. So, if you remember back, all this part of the log flume was above the water. So I've now sank it back down. And I think it looks a little bit neater as well, which is kind of nice. I couldn't get it to be level with the water because it was just being fussy, so I gave up. Added this dock here, which collapses, or I think it collapses. I can't remember. Yeah, there you go. Although I need to actually add that to a trigger. So that's one of the new animatronics that came with the new DLC. So I will put that in with a trigger that up. That's a later date. Added more tentacles. Crocodile's still there. Nothing else, I don't think, got changed around here. Oh, I just noticed that's hovering. Huh. We'll have to do something with that as well. Why all those posts going through the building? It's never the case before. Not sure. We'll look at that. But I still need to get rid of these posts anyway. Put artificial ones in. Because I've built one of them, so why am I not using them? So we'll have to work on that at some point. And in fact, we could probably... That's there. Add some in here to get rid of all of these wooden posts. Metal ones. So I did that. This went in. First aid booth. That sign isn't in the middle. I am going to change that. Yep. There we go. So first aid booth went in there. And I don't think we touched anything else on this roller coaster. No. Right. Now we come round here. That's all the same. Yes, so the big one. I was, if you remember the last episode with the spooky, when I did the church, I've changed the church quite a lot. It's got a lot bigger, as you can see. It's yeah, and it's gained a second tower. Yeah, I know I said I didn't want to do that, but it was needed because now hang on, let's get the camera to work. It's now got a ride inside it. So we go in. and we've got a new ride, which I mentioned, I think. I can't remember. I'm recording this bit 2 days after I did the time-lapse bit. So this is the new queues for this new roller coaster, which got put in, which I think looks quite nice. And yes, there is a tree in the middle of the building, next to candles. You know, just in case it wasn't a big enough fire hazard. The camera in this game drives me mad. There we go. So, hang on, if I do that, will that... Yeah, there we go, that's better. So, yeah, new ride. And we'll have a ride of this in a moment. We'll probably do that at night. Oh, benches, I forgot to put them there. Cool. So let's go out of here. What else got put in? So, round here I think was the rest of it. That was it. We tweaked the witches layer a little bit. Second hut. And I don't think we did much more to this one. Again, it's another part of the park that is okay. It does need a lot of work doing to it, but I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it yet. So that's going to be a slow tweak, I think. I decided that around the back here... Oh, let's go back down to path level. Okay, there we go. We've got the witch's house, which I put in afterwards, admittedly. The idea was it wasn't just going to be a scary wood, there was going to be more you could see back there. And you can't actually see it now, since the house went in. Never mind. I know it's there, so we're all good. But yeah, that went in from the back, so just give it make it look like there's something else there. What else did I put? Oh yeah, from around the front of it. So that's the front of that little building we did. Another toilets went in. Oop, there we go. Yeah, I had to put that there to make it look like you're completely worn down. And with the new DLC that came out, the studio pack, we've got zombies. So I thought, well, spooky area, you can't not have zombies, can you? So we got a couple of zombies trapped there. Oh, there you go. Ghost coaster. Hello. What else? Oh yeah. So I expanded on the food court area a little bit. So we've got the chief beef, was it? Yeah. Around the back we've got a staff room with things coming out of the ground. We need some cut, and a few zombies there that I might just move them forward. And cash machine, just a memento, more zombies, and a coffee drinks place. Is it Foxy Coffee? I'm not actually sure what this is. Yeah, I think it's Street Fox Coffee, isn't it? So yeah, that's all the changes that have happened since the last video. So yeah, this was actually all going to be a video of its own, updating all of this. But never mind. And I don't think I've changed anything else. Let me have a quick look through. Nope, nothing else has been added, so it's just those two areas. So let's have a ride of this coaster. Right, here we go. Inside. Boom. Where are we? Right, guys, so there we go. So we've had a quick look at the coaster there in multiple views, and to be honest, even I didn't realise how good that looked at certain points, like especially the night view. How I didn't realise this glowed green. I completely forgot that I put those spotlights in here from previous. I think this looks quite cool as a boarding station anyway. And what was the other thing I noticed? That was it. From here you see the glow of some of the lanterns coming on, which was quite cool. There we go, the roller coaster shooting by there. Yeah, I might have to tweak them because you can't quite see the lightning strikes and the fires as you're riding. But that's hey-ho. No, it's neither here or there. It looks good from where we are. Right, guys, well... Oh, that's different, isn't it? That's cool. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Any comments, suggestions, leave them in the bit below. And I shall see you guys next time. Alright, take care. Ta-ra.